If I was either of these agents and I saw Bert do this, I'd be so fucking scared. They're never gonna be able to work again.
All right, so during the last Tiger Belly podcast with Bert Kreischer, Bobby, he was talking about how his agent has a beef with Bert's agent, and this is the first time that Bert's hearing about it, but you could tell he's starting to put the pieces together, and he realizes something. Like this person says, I don't think I've ever seen Bert this upset. I need more, and I really hope he talks about it and brings everything to light, because F that. Could you imagine someone's definitely getting fired? So before I play that clip, I want to play a clip from the Bad Friends podcast about a month ago that Bert did.
I wanted to do the yacht party.
It's called a cruise.
Yeah, it's a cruise.
And it cruise, and it's sold out. It's sold out in 24 hours. We signed it on, and then he goes, I can't do it. But he called me and said, hey, man, I'm not going to be able to do it. Bobby says, yeah. How come I'm not included? How come I want to go to barbecues at your house? And then all of a sudden you send me the offer, and then it's like, yeah. I sent Andrew Schultz an offer, and you know what he said? He texted me immediately. I'm going to have to respectfully decline. Yeah. What does Bobby do? He goes, I want to do it. I still do. That's the crazy part.
And there's something in common with those three, you know, Tim Dillon, Bobby Lee, and Andrew Schultz. They all have the same agent. And it sounded like after this, Bert was probably wondering what happened, why they didn't want to do the tour. And maybe he's thinking it had something to do with their agent. And he realizes that's the problem here. And this is the reason why it's so hard for Bert to work with them, because their agent doesn't want them to work with Bert. And I guess these two agents just hate each other. And the reason for it is hilarious. But pay attention to Bert here.
I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. For those that are like not very well versed in the comedy world, there's no bullshit in the comedy world. There's nothing. There's like, they don't f around. I've worked with comedians, and every comedian that is like a bigger name, right? And the ones that are also coming up, they all have each other's backs. The second that somebody finds like what Bert's about to find out, Bert is the type of guy where if you fuck with his work, ooh, Bert gets extreme. Like it almost like this other version of him comes out. Like this, how fucking dare you? I'm about to make your life a living hell. I didn't know anything about this.
And I'm going to say this out loud. Don't cut this out, right? Okay. My guy at CAA and your guy at UTA are mortal enemies.
They are.
Did you know that?
No.
So they used to work together at an agency.
Dude, if I was either of these agents and I saw Bert do this, I'd be so fucking scared. They're never going to be able to work again.
They hated each other because of the temperature of the room.
They fought over the temperature.
Right? So would like it hot.
How am I just hearing about this?
It's an origin story.
Yeah, this is like
this is real.
thermostat beef.
Because I will tell you.
Thermostat beef. The two agents are mortal enemies. I'm talking about like Biden and Trump kind of animosity.
Name three other really big comics at that company.
At where I'm at?
Yeah.
Shane Gillis. But he's in. I saw him.
No. Keep going.
Andrew Schultz.
Keep going.
I will.
Tim Dillon.
Dude, like the wheels are turning. That manager will never work again. Whether it's one of them or both of them. That, or they're going to be very limited and like watched over like hawks, dude. Everything they do will be known. You're f***ing with Bert's business at this point.
This is all over the thermostat?
Oh, he's so mad.
Yeah, dude. Temperature of the room. Because I'll take me and Andrew. Andrew's at your place. I'm at my place. You know, he's at UTA. And we have a tour together right now. It's been hard. It's been hard, dude.
Thermostat beef.
Thermostat. What?
We need to change subjects.
Why?
Keep going. What else is going on then?
Have I blown your mind?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really talk, man. That's the thing.
No. What I'm saying is,
well, I guess maybe that internal dialogue sometimes is very accurate. When you lay in bed and you fight with yourself and you think what people think.
Yeah.
Maybe
so that's
very accurate.
A lot of it is that. Bert, Bert.
Yeah.
I'm just look at me now.
He's
over the thermostat.
Dude, I've been watching all these guys for fucking years. They go in detail about how they work. They go in detail about how close they are. They talk about their families, their friends, how much they enjoy their work, how grateful they are for everything that they get to do. And now Bert's starting to like, he's like clicking all his shit.
I know. But let me tell you something right now. A lot of it, dude.
I may not be able to do this podcast after this. No. Let's change subjects. Let's change subjects.
All right. Whoa.
Yeah, so this is pretty hilarious. All this drama over a thermostat, and I'm sure Bert is going to let his agent hear it after this. I mean, it seemed like he wanted to change the subject and cut away for a second because he wanted to call his agent. It seemed like he couldn't even continue thinking about that. It was that bad. I mean, it's just weird that it took so long for Bert to hear about this or for somebody to tell him about it, you know, because it seems like he was questioning why it was so hard to work with these people.
Dude, managers, depending on the manager, and again, comedians talk about this, fucking actors, actresses, fucking everybody within the Hollywood type fields or creative fields, anybody that has a manager has talked about really bad managers that they've had in the past. Obviously, you're seeing recent bad managers, just grimy fucks that want things a certain way, obviously, as you're seeing, right? Like they're lying about certain things. It has nothing to do with the comedians. Bert may, and he talks about how like his feelings do get involved with things like, oh, why don't my friends that I think are my friends want to do my shows? Like, why are they saying that they can't do it or they can't make it or whatever? So what's going on through Bert's head, at least from my understanding of knowing Bert Kreischer to a certain extent over the past, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years I've been paying attention. He gets in his head a little bit, like he even said earlier, like you're laying down in bed and you're thinking like, are people thinking about me in negative lights or am I making this up, whatever? And so when his friends are telling him no, that they can't do it, he's probably thinking, he starts thinking like my friends hate me or whatever. And now he's learning like, no, it's just these managers are in their heads, in their fucking ears telling them, you know, they can't do this. It's not good for publicity, or not publicity because they're all fucking friends anyway, but like, and he's now realizing it has nothing to do with his friends, and all that overthinking that he's done over the past however long is caused from managers. His stress, his friends saying no, all of that shit.
Like, you'd think one of these people would be like,
also, it has nothing to do with that. Nobody's explaining it to him. It's that nobody thought that they had to explain it to him because not everybody's in the same loop. It has nothing to do with the comedians. It has everything to do with like just not knowing. That's
does
it.
Not want me working with you for some reason. I don't know what the deal is. Which maybe they did bring it up to him, and that's why Bert was wondering about this. But Bobby obviously knew the answer, and I'm surprised Bobby and Andrew haven't done that already. Like, if they're working together all the time, they're friends and everything, you'd think you'd get agents that are at least more friendly with each other.
If you don't know, you don't know. The agents are going off of what mama doesn't know won't hurt her. Like, the agents are the slimy ones here. It has nothing to do with like you think that they would have. No, they just don't know. The agents are just slimy here. That's it.
I'm sure this probably won't be the end of this whole thermostat beef. So
I personally do not care about celeb drama. Never understood a concern beyond making sure that they're alive and aren't recently a piece of shit. I think this is different than celeb drama is because celeb drama, we'll use the Kardashians as like the main thing here. Kardashians are so detached from life, right? They're just like that doesn't, it's not real. Whereas these comedians are sharing like deep, dark stories, and they're, you know, constantly giving advice, and they're providing laughs and also serious conversations. It's not necessarily celeb drama as much as it is the people that I like watching that make the content that I enjoy are being f***ed over and limited on some other content that could be made because their bitch-ass managers are fighting over a thermostat. That's f***ed, man.